So if you like make her smile all the time, you can consider yourself halfway through like winning over her heart. And if these features don't sound to you like a perfect woman to spend life with, what does? Despite the range of, let's say, unpleasantries and differences you may need to overcome on your road to happiness, because this is a small price to pay for a loving wife at your side. So keep your mind and heart open that happiness comes your way. Welcome to our YouTube channel. It's me, Roger, and welcome to Roger&Ismi Vlogs. So today's video is all about are Filipinas good enough wives? So before I start, daghang salamat sa inyong paghigugma o pagsuporta sa among channel. Thank you so much for the love and support, guys. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. And hit the bell icon for new uploads or new videos. So now, guys, maybe some of you still have this question if our Filipinas are like good enough wives. So if you're watching this video, maybe this will be the answer of your question. Now please stick until the end of this video. Maybe you can learn something. Have you ever thought about where the happiest people on earth reside? That's the question. And some say that the notion of happiness is different for all. And Pinay brides know all the sides of this feeling, sharing it with people around. Now, in case you're single and ready to mingle, it may be a good idea to, let's say, discover if marrying a Filipino girl is a task that you can manage to complete with ease. And general traits to be aware of when considering marrying a Filipino woman is like, aside from the fact that the Filipino ladies are incredibly positive and have an exotic look, there are other characteristics to broad upon to decide whether a wife like that will suffice you. So affection level and the general rumor has it that most Oriental wives and decent are submissive and passive. And yet, times have changed, so has the general attitude towards love and intimacy. And the Philippines couldn't have remained an exemption for long. Therefore, it's safe to claim that Pinay ladies are incredibly affectionate and utterly sweet when it comes to relationship, when they like feel loved and cherished. If you wonder what are Filipino women in bed, so there's no one for all answer. Should you manage to capture her heart and soul, every love-making session will be like the first one, with passion ignited and lots of exploration and also satisfying discoveries. You know, that's Filipina. Now, intelligence level. Why do Filipino make good wives? The simple answer lies in the fact that these girls are incredibly intelligent. They possess that kind of intelligence that comes from observation and experience rather from education. And yet, Filipino ladies are, let's say, willing to study and tend to make significant progress with a bit of patience and support. Now, sense of humor. All the Filipino people are smiling and remain positive no matter what. And you know, when it comes, it's fit to make fun of themselves, and Pinay brides do have a great sense of humor. Now, so if you like make her smile all the time, you can consider yourself halfway through like winning over her heart. And why you should marry a Filipino woman? Maybe you have that question as well. Some common reasons indicate a Filipina is a wife that you could have only dream about. And one of them is a strong adherence to family values. And others are the next like points that you need to remember. Women here in the Philippines are mesmerizing and beautiful. Next, they are well-mannered and pleasant to be around. And these women are thoughtful and patient at the same time. So the sense of generosity and openness is really innate. And they're monogamous and believe in the notion of a single lifetime partner. And also, when living with a Filipino woman, you will realize that family always comes first. Pinay girls are loyal and willing to compromise. And if these features don't sound to you like a perfect woman to spend life with, what does? Now, disadvantages of marrying a Filipina are there are any Filipino wife problems that you should be ready to put up with. In fact, there are some disadvantages that you need to consider before finalizing your decision. And the family adds up to the marriage. And Philippine culture differs from what Western people are used to. Now, the ties with the family are incredibly tight and secure. Now, so if you feel like spending most of your days off and weekends with her family isn't something you can put up with, and you may like reconsider the whole idea of marriage. Now, the expenses on dating increase surely. The Filipino bride price will be higher than if you are married a lady from local community. So it's not that the girls themselves demand a lot. It's mostly about traveling expenses, moving costs, and other bureaucratic payments. And the level of emotional stress, or it's like skyrockets. What to expect when marrying a Filipina is lots of emotions, especially if you decide to take her away from the family to live with in other country. For example, on one hand, it's understandable. Yet the levels of emotional stress will like merely skyrocket when it comes to moving with a Filipino girl. It may take years for her to like overcome the pressure and used to the new environment. So for sure you have to expect any argument may end up in a fight. Surely girls from the Philippines are like patient and willing to compromise like I said earlier. Yet and loads of emotional pressure and the mixture will become explosive enough to be afraid of. So now moreover, you need to realize that the environment will confuse her, but also the cultural differences which will come like pouring on her. Thus, fierce arguments that may like transform into fights are the things you should brace yourself for. So she'll become homesick. Yes, that's common for Filipinas, and this is an obvious observation. But as a loving husband, you should be willing to take like her home when she likes to. You have to understand her emotion, and this will be undoubtedly like involve additional expenses and require time to travel back and forth, unless you're ready to sacrifice a bit of your financial freedom and your spare time. Now, you shouldn't consider the marriage option. Despite the range of, let's say, unpleasantries and differences you may need to overcome on your road to happiness, because this is a small price to pay for a loving wife at your side. So keep your mind and heart open that happiness comes your way. in my own perspective as a Filipino or as a local, I can say if you can find a Filipina, make it sure that you both understand each other and make it sure also that this Filipina is a good wife. That's all for today's video, and I hope this is informative to you guys. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I hope to see you in our next vlog. No hate, just love. Bye!